The duration of an illness, okay. The female victim over the duration of an illness or death cover a life insurance policy term. After about 10 years, the poor women will have their precious organs burned and wizened down into stubs so that they can no longer function and keep her alive. When she dies, the hospital will not be aware that the microwave attack crime is happening, and that they will be puzzled as to why all these young women under the age of 40 are experiencing death, even though many don't drink. They often label the death as having happened through multiple organ dysfunction syndrome, a stroke or heart attack, which can also be induced. The source of 100 of these attacks are laser light beam powered UAV drones called quadcopters or similar. They can hover and remain stable for indefinite periods, and they don't go wrong. Most of the women who are murdered this way are by radiation coming from the little UAV drones, while die wheezing to death in excruciating pain, while they will not be getting believed, being pumped full of mental health meds and being told that they are doolally each time they try to quite rightfully get help by tracking to report their attacks to the police. The only way to stop these horrible acts of malice is to make it completely technical and practically impossible in every way to remotely pilot quadcopter UAVs or drones by using mobile phone networks and gaining access to that network on an anonymous basis by using a prepaid 3G SIM card. Currently, every single developed westernized country in the world has units or 3G mobile phone network capability. They can use GSM too, even though it's slower. So the poor woman can't escape from her electronic attack wherever she goes. About 50% of these women will just kill themselves, being told they are doolally. After they try to report the offenses, definitely won't be carrying hugs, which stops them walking the plank to committing suicide. The crime is the most sinister, ugly, screaming, and stunning criminal phenomenon that the world has ever seen in history. And with the victim numbers, who are 80% women, increasing logarithmically due to a huge lack of awareness, which is the reason why these female victims are not enjoying having their attack investigated and stopped. Most of the time, due to the community policing inadequacies, the poor women will have her report assessed by an individual police officer, call handler, or a group of officers whose job is to use their own discretion to evaluate whether or not the report is truthful. The poor female victim will sound like a science fiction fan that smoked 10 times their body weight in skunk cannabis. The poor girls nearly always tell the police that they are hearing voices. At that point, they will often be conveyed to a hospital and put on secure wards so that even they won't be able to do what the voices tell them. I know one TI who ended up in 6 different types of medication after relentless doctors tried everything to stop the voices she was receiving. Not for one moment did the same doctor actually pause for even a minute to consider, in fact, these women's voices might be something other than psychotic voices. For example, voices which could have scientifically easily been getting induced into her perception using V2K or ELF. As really was the case, the doctors and hospitals just think that the voices that the victims describe are psychotic voices, when really they are not psychotic voices. Mobile phone operators